Since LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight has come out, I have heard one thing consistently. Can we do the same but for LEGO Spider-Man? Yes, we can. Spider-Man is literally the only other character that has enough film content that showcases enough his rogues gallery and everything like that can warrant a game just like Legacy of the Dark Knight, which takes elements from every single Batman movie. So, here is my pitch that I'm gonna go through very fast, so stay along. Using the same structure that Legacy of the Dark Knight does with 6 chapters, let's do this shit. Chapter 1, we are mixing elements from all 3 Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire's origin, he's in high school, this and that. Gwen Stacy is going to be the first love interest here, okay? Like that whole love plot from TASM 1. But the overall villain plot is gonna be Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming. The suit you unlock is the wrestling suit at that point in the origin. The homemade suit, which could be the final suit, but it could also be, the TASM 1 suit. You can have all of them, to be honest. Like who cares? I think mixing elements from all 3 Spider-Man is a pretty nice starter chapter. Chapter 2, we're mixing elements from Spider-Man 1 and TASM 2. It is basically going to be the plot of TASM 2. You also unlock the TASM 2 suit, but instead of Dane DeHaan's Green Goblin, it's going to be Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. He's going to be the one that ends up killing Gwen Stacy, quote unquote, because it's a LEGO game. I just need her to explode into fucking bricks, bro. And actually, same with Green Goblin. I just need the glider to fucking hit him, and then he just explodes into like the LEGO brick dead. That'd be peak. Moving on to chapter 3, we now jump to Peter Parker in college. He's dating Mary Jane. You get introduced to, Kurt Connors, this and that. Doc Ock is the main villain. It's mostly going to be the plot of Spider-Man 2. This is where you finally get to unlock the Raimi suit, and yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Chapter 4 is where it's like I'm kind of cramming in a lot, but fuck it, we ball. This is mostly going to be Spider-Man 3 inspired, but also TASM 1 because you get to fight the Lizard while in the symbiote suit. I think that'd be pretty cool. Kind of taking elements from Spider-Man 2, like the video game, but the final fight is basically going to be the same as Spider-Man 3 with both Sandman and Venom, which I'm switching to Tom Hardy's Venom because why would I not? Like, come on. Chapter 5, this is where we get Harry Osborn as the new Goblin, which Harry will be kind of going through like an arc in this LEGO game, you know what I mean by arc, but you only fight him in the beginning of chapter 5. But Mysterio will be the main boss battle in chapter 5. This is where you unlock the red and black suit. This is kind of going to be Far From Home, but you're not going to have him go all the way to like Europe in this story. You just fight Mysterio, and ultimately this chapter will end the same way with Peter's identity getting revealed. Then we go to chapter 6, which will be the final chapter of the story, which is obviously going to be heavily inspired off of Spider-Man No Way Home. Now here's the thing, I'm not going to incorporate any like elements outside of like the Spider-Man mythos. So like how do you do like the multiverse stuff, this and that, right? I'm just gonna have this be a Sinister Six team up, and the final boss battles at the Statue of Liberty. A bunch of the villains like that you fought previously in the game come back and try to fuck you up. That simple. But it does also beg the question, what do you do with like Tobey and Andrew, helping out in this final battle? Because this version of Spider-Man is combining all of those Spider-Man elements the way that LEGO Batman did, right? So what do you do here? Well, instead of 2 Spider-Man being here to help out, it's gonna be 2 previous adversaries of Spider-Man in the game helping him out. Venom's gonna help him out, becoming an anti-hero or whatever, and Harry's basically going to have the same arc that he did in Spider-Man 3, and instead of the final fight being with Venom and Sandman, it's gonna be at the Statue of Liberty fight. Then the game ends with like the final swing. I guess you can unlock the suit now too. Also, it is very important to mention that when Brand New Day comes out, this whole idea that I have planned could probably get flipped around a bunch, taking elements from this and that, but the movie has not yet released, so yeah. That's kind of a base rundown on how I would do a LEGO Spider-Man equivalent to LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. This will never happen because of Sony, let's be honest, bro. I think I cooked trying to wove in every single element from all the live-action Spider-Man films. Maybe you can add some Spider-Verse stuff too. I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead. I'm sorry.